We just returned from climbing Mount Kilimanjaro, and our trekking company, Embark Exploration, provided us with a great list of what to pack. But we wanted to provide a resource for others that includes gear you can spend less and gear where you need to buy the best. All of your gear should go in a waterproof duffel bag, such as the North Face Base Camp, and I recommend getting the extra large rather than the large size bag. My husband took the large, and even though we have a weight limit, the extra large provides you with plenty of room to organize, and you won't have to struggle to get it all fit in the bag every morning. The amount of clothing you need to bring depends on which route you're taking, what time of year, and your trekking company. We found that everything on the packing list from Embark was the correct amount, and packing each type of clothing in a labeled Ziploc bag made daily organization so easy. We wished we had packed a hooded sun shirt. The sun can be very warm and the wind can be very cold, and you'll want to avoid sunburn while staying comfortable. For the warmer hiking pants, we chose fleece-lined Guide Pro pants from Eddie Bauer. You can get them on sale and they're great pants. Just make sure you go up a size so you can fit them over your long johns. We went relatively inexpensive on short sleeve and long sleeve shirts, most of which we already owned. But as you get up the mountain, you will want a lighter pair of long underwear. For summit night, we spent a little more and got the Merino Smart Wool 250 tops and bottoms and stayed very warm. Ladies, the Smart Wool 250 women's tops and bottoms can be more expensive than the men's. So if you can fit in the men's size, go ahead and get it. I was able to fit in a men's medium and didn't notice any problems. We both took lightweight Eddie Bauer First Ascent puffy jackets. I used mine a lot. My husband only used his for a pillow. It packs up small, so even if you only use it for a pillow, it doesn't take up a lot of room or weight. I also had a puffy vest that I wore almost every day, and we both had lightweight fleece jackets to wear in camp or on breaks. I wore wool compression socks on summit night under another pair of wool socks, and my toes were chilled during breaks, but the compression helped my leg muscles. Putting toe warmers in my boots at the start of summit night would have helped. It was too windy and cold to put them in after we started, but my husband's toes were plenty warm. Both of us did get cold fingers, even with glove liners and heavy-duty mittens, and our hand warmers didn't work quite as well as we wanted them to. Another piece of advice, we had general wool hiking socks, but the Smart Wool socks, while a little pricey, are smell-free after a full day of hiking, and if you're re-wearing any of your clothes, which you should, you don't want your socks to make everything smell. We both donated our leg gaiters to the Kilimanjaro Porters Assistance Project before we left, but this is something where you need it, but you don't need to go expensive. I also donated my wind rain pants. These are my husband's. You'll want Gore-Tex. I like the full leg zipper, and they need to be able to fit over several layers of clothing. The real key with clothing is wearing it all to hike multiple times before going on your trek. You'll want to know how everything fits and make sure it's comfortable. I found that I don't like the pants that are convertible with the zippers, and I also had to try 2 different types of sun hats. So the original sun hat I had a stiffer brim, and I found that it hit the back of my pack. So I ended up with this one where it still hits the back of my pack, but I can fold it up a little and still get the benefit of covering my face, ears, and neck. We currently own large 65-liter hiking packs, but needed something smaller and lighter. Some of our group brought 25-liter hiking packs, but they found they were a little bit too small for both the hydration pack filled and their other gear. We got these hiking bags, I think, for $30. And they're a little large for what we had to carry. They're 35 liters, but the key with the hiking pack is that it's comfortable, it's able to hold what you need, and you can hike for hours and hours in it. For summit night, our hydration packs both froze in the tube despite all being insulated, so it was critical to have a Nalgene or another water bottle that didn't freeze so that we could continue to hydrate. I also used my Nalgene to add mixes to my water without making my hydration pack gross. I took Pedialyte, Gatorade, and Emergency, as well as some advanced hydration mix, and really enjoyed having those as a change from regular water. Some of our group only brought water bottles, and they found this to be a challenge because of how often you have to hydrate while hiking. So it's really useful to have the hydration pack and the water bottle with you. We also had a small solar charged hanging lantern that was nice to have in our tent, and it definitely made it easier to find the tent when you get up to take a bathroom break in the middle of the night. We had a solar power bank for our devices, and generally it was a great purchase, but Embark had larger power banks for the whole group to use. Also, several of our group had GoPros and other cameras that just didn't get used. Unless you're a more advanced photographer, we found that our phones took great pictures and videos. If you have the power available, I wish I had brought headphones to get out of my head on the long hikes and listen to a little music. You'll most likely need sunglasses on the mountain, and you can go relatively inexpensive on these as long as they wrap around your face and shield your eyes from the side, lightweight, durable, and UV blocking. My husband bought Oakley's. I bought these for about $20. I put our sunblock in a silicone dispenser that was leak-proof, but it was more difficult to get the sunblock out of the tube than I would have liked. If you're sharing with another person, you'll also want to get your own sunblock because I felt like we might run out. Something else I didn't realize is that my favorite chapstick doesn't have SPF in it, and it was actually reflecting the sun in such a way that my lips got burnt really badly after about the third day. So make sure that even your chapstick has SPF in it. With Embark, we got bowls of warm water and soap to wash twice a day. We bought small camp towels, but we also wished we had brought a washcloth. We did pack body wipes and biodegradable soap, which were nice if you didn't feel like taking a full bath or needed to wash out some socks. While a headlamp is absolutely necessary, my husband had an expensive black diamond. I had a less expensive Energizer one. Battery life is what's important with headlamps, and neither of us had a problem. A sleeping bag is also necessary. However, I overdid it by buying a negative 20-degree sleeping bag. It's way too big, and I would have been better off with a 0-degree sleeping bag and a liner. While I recommend bringing snacks, we packed way too many. Snacks are pretty heavy. We had Cliff Bars, these honey stingers, some sport beans, and other various snacks. And Embark actually fed us so well that we were almost never hungry, and I think I maybe ate one Snickers bar on summit night that Embark gave me. What we did really like is these goo packs. They help to keep you energized, and they're easy to carry and lightweight. One snack that I didn't bring that I wish I had, one of our group members had it, was a hard candy, like a Jolly Rancher. They were really important to get some sugar on the way up the mountain on summit night. For those of you that are interested, I did use a Go Grill on the trip, and I had practiced previously at home. I had a technical malfunction, which we're calling user error, but I just decided not to use it on the trip after the first time. While this might not have been everything we packed, I packed almost nothing that I didn't need or didn't use. I did pack 4 things, so dry shampoo, Febreze, Lysol, and hand lotion that I never used, so you can leave those out. And I recommend that if you're a contacts or glasses wearer, you go for the dailies. They're a little bit more expensive, but make your mornings a lot easier. Overall, we had a fantastic trip and felt extremely prepared. I hope you found this helpful, but if you have questions, please leave a comment and I'll try to respond as best I can.